Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Juan Mango coming at you guys with another deck profile video. This deck profile is going to be on Dungeon World. Not really happy about this, but whatever.
It's your favorite world.
It's not my favorite world.
It's secretly your favorite world.
Anyway, here's ZachZag once again with this deck profile.
What's going on, guys? This is my Dungeon World deck profile. This is a Dungeon World mix build featuring the buddy Dancing Magician Tatsuya. He's a pretty common buddy. The buddy could actually be twin-tailed Incubus as well. The buddy stayed Dancing Magician Tatsuya because Zanya's gone in and out of the deck quite frequently. So to start off the deck profile, we start with our twos, and the first two we have is Baptism Knight Camille. Camille is a very important card of this deck. He is a 5/2/5 size 2. Call cost with pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, if you have an item equipped, search your deck for up to one knight item, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. When this card attacks, if you have 2 items equipped, put the top card of your deck into your gauge. So this guy is very good for getting instant refunds. He's good for consistency. He is also an adventurer, so that means he's very tutorable through Formal Party. I personally think you need to run 4 cards of this in your deck just to maximize the consistency of the deck. The next size 2 of the deck is we play 3 copies of the third Omni Waterlord, Miseria. Miseria is pretty good for the deck. It is a 6/2/5 size 2 Omni Lord. Call cost, pay 2 gauge, and put up to 2 spells from your drop into this card's soul. He has double attack, soul guard, and lifelink too. And the main reason I like this is that it is a double attacker with soul guard. Fifth Omnis and other things with removal are very annoying, so it's nice to have a blade wing just for 1 more gauge that can survive a few hits. That's the main reason why I play this over card like blade wing right now. In the last size 2 of the deck, we play 2 Magical Fortress or Sir Clients. He is an adventurer, just an adventurer if you missed the errata. He is a 4/2/5 size 2. Act. You may put an adventurer and a dungeon enemy from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck. If you do, put the top card of your deck into your gauge and then draw a card. I enjoy this card just because the whole idea of the deck is to consistently rush your opponent. And for the times that you do fail pretty hard, you have some kind of way to recoup some advantages outside of spells like Continue. This is some way to get you gauge if you're trying to go into impact turns. I like this card in general. Only at 2 though. Next we go on to the size 1s, and of course the first size 1 is our buddy Dancing Magician Tatsuya. Tatsuya is a 2/1/2 size 1, and his ability is Death Lyrics. When this card attacks with another adventurer, choose a card in the link attack, and for this turn give a double attack. So this is very good. The only way to actually stop this ability from going on is to destroy it basically on the declaration of the attack phase. At the start of battle, you kill this, because the moment that he performs a link attack, he's going to give the double attack to the other target, more than likely in the link attack. This card is very clutch, very essential to what lots of people refer to as the Dungeon Crush, the OTK, the Dungeon World does very easily. Being able to lead double attack with a 3 crit weapon. So that's him plus the 3 crit weapon, and that's 7 damage by themselves. For the next size 1, we play 4 copies of Twin-Tailed Incubus. Twin-Tailed Incubus is a new card. It's a very good new card. It is size 1, 2/2/1. When this card enters the field, you may pay 2 life. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 card with mission in its name and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. The reason why I would be very tempted to make this my buddies to try and offset some of the life cost early on by just buddy calling this monster and offsetting it so you only paid 1 for that first mission search. So I think that would probably be a really good idea for the deck, but having the flexibility of some of the you must have an adventurer, buddy, which I think is only Zanya for now, but there's no dungeon enemy equivalent of that I would play. It's very good. Though this card is amazing. I play this at 4 just because being able to get 3 or 4 missions off lets you search for almost your complete win condition. Being able to either search for the weapon, Camille, that together, so that's 2 formal parties going off. And the third one being you can either search for your impact, or you can search for Tasuku, or Tasuku and an impact if you have an additional mission card. So this lets you set up for being able to close even if your opponent has a shield on you during your attacks. Another size 1 that we play is Providence Baron Chido. Chido is a ridiculously weak card, but he has 2 critical, basically the only important stats here. And he's got the ability Shadow Dive. When this card can attack your opponent even if there's a monster in your opponent's center. When this card deals damage to your opponent, you gain 1 life. The life gain and Shadow Dive are the best reasons for this card. The life gain itself can act like a shield to offset some of the damage you'd be receiving. This card also acts to offset some of the life you're paying with Twin-Tailed Incubus, and plus just the big butt size 3 decks, you can get over them quite easily. The last size ones we play in the deck, we play 2 Legendary Messiah Tasuku. There are lots of times where you need just 1 more gauge to be able to complete very easily your Dungeon Crush, to play a Dungeon Explosion, to get off the 2 gauge to deal 3 damage to your opponent during the final phase. And I like this, being able to tutor this card. I play 2. You could probably get away with just 1, but 2 for me always makes it so that I can at least find it in the deck. And last but not least, we play 1 copy of the 4th Omni Fire Lord Burn Nova. Burn Nova is a card that prevents you from losing the game, so this is the only reason why I'm playing this card. It can be difficult to get this off since I don't play cards like Dangerous Fuse right now, but he's an Omni Lord, 928, size 3. Call cost. When your life would become 0, you may discard during your opponent's turn. During your opponent's turn being very key, you may pay 3 gauge. Your life becomes 1, and for this turn, you cannot be dealt damage. When this card enters the field, discard your hand, put all cards other than this card from your field to your drop zone, and for this turn that he's summoned, he cannot be destroyed. So, and he has triple attack. So, I mean, there have been games where I was trying to push for game, they burned Nova, and then I lost. If I had a burn Nova, that would have also been pretty amazing. But he prevents you from losing games, so to me, there's absolutely no good reason why you don't play this card. Now we start with spells. We first play 4 Divine Protections of Shalsana. Shalsana is a shield that costs a gauge, but can be played even if you have a monster in the center. You get to negate the attack and gain a life. So the life gain being very, very nice for Dungeon World. Next we play 4 copies of the cards Quintessence of Catiade. You may only cast this if you do not have a monster in the center. You reduce damage. The next time you would be dealt damage, you reduce it by 3. Pretty good. It's a free shield mostly. It doesn't cost any gauge, and it reduces damage by 3. So I mean, they don't have access to a lot of shields, and this is a shield that, I mean, if your opponent protects their creatures like a Pillar Fire, they could protect it. Then all of a sudden you're still taking damage. This card, on the other hand, would just straight up prevent you from taking the damage. And of course, an old but a favorite, Pillar of Fire. I play just 2 copies of Pillar of Fire right now. Pillar of Fire's cast cost, pay 1 gauge. You may cast this card if you do not have a monster in the center. Counter. Destroy a monster on the field with 6,000 or less defense. I only play 2 copies because, again, my opponent can do stuff to interfere with the ability to remove stuff. But I cannot argue about its usefulness, being able to clear problem children, for example, like, let's say a Jackknife, a Star Dragon Jackknife, or another card that doesn't get its soul right away, that has to rely upon an ability to gain their soul. Or just being able to snipe things out pretty quickly. So I just played it too. Another card we play at 2 copies is Continue. Continue is the main reason why you play Mix. Continue is a BS card that allows you to get an offense from nothing. It allows you to pick up Miseria, Tatsuya, and if you still have your weapons on the board, you're already pushing for 7, 8, 12 damage with just Continue if you still have your weapons on the board. Continue is a cast cost, pay 1 gauge, get a size 2 or less adventure, and a size 2 or less dungeon enemy from your drop by paying its call cost. So, very good card. We play 1 copy of Oracle Tuval. It's your Draconic Grimoire clone. If you're at 5 or less life, you can cast this, discard your hand, draw 3. Then we get into the core of the deck, which are missions. So first is your mission card, Form a Party. Form a Party is the best mission. It's a very good mission. This allows for a big part of the consistency of the deck. And it's a set spell. If another card with mission in its card name is placed on your field, you gain 1 life. Search your deck for an adventure, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. and then put this card in your drop zone. So in addition to gaining you life, he lets you take any adventurer you like from your deck. That includes your impact, that includes your weapon, that includes Camille, that includes Tasuku, that includes Orser. So many good cards that you can search, all essential parts to being able to kill your opponent and deal like 14 damage in one turn. Then for the other missions, we play 2 mission cards, Defeat Monsters. I enjoy this card way more than the Hot Springs right now, just because I'm not playing anything in the center. And I'm not relying on my opponent to kill my Hot Spring or my monsters so that Hot Springs can go off. A lot of the times they'll just use removal via the 5th Omni, Death Grips, Pillar Fires, whatever. So this is a set spell. Its cast cost is pay 1 gauge. And if you kill 2 of your opponent's monsters through attacks, and for every time you kill one, you put a card in the soul. When it's 2 or more, you take the cards from the soul, put it in your hand. The last mission we play is mission card, Rest at Nazaro Hot Springs. So, I mean, there's no getting around how useful Rest at Nazaro Hot Springs is. It's a pretty good set spell, and its cast cost is pay 1 gauge. When your adventure is destroyed by an attack, put up to 2 adventures from your drop in your hand. So, I mean, you can pick up impacts, weapons, Camille, Tatsuya, whatever. Then we go into our weapons. So first we play 3 copies of Flash, Lance, Blitz, Tiger. So this is the first of the other combo, and the other piece of the combo being Savage Lance, Eisen Tiger. So these weapons allow you to dual wield in Dungeon World. So Dungeon World, this card has the ability to allow you to equip Eisen Tiger at the same time. And if you have both of these cards equipped at the same time, this card gets an additional 4,000 attack power. He normally has Penetrate, and it is a 4/1 or 8/1 when you have both weapons equipped. Secondly, we have Savage Lance, Eisen Tiger, which is a 3/2, but it gets an additional critical if you have the Blitz Tiger equipped. So they're very good weapons. The main reason why you have Camille is to make sure that you always get the second weapon, and it's really easy to search for any of the pieces you need to do so. Then last we have the Impact, the last card of the deck, the Impact, Dead End Crush. Dead End Crush is a very, very annoying impact. It's an adventure attribute, allows you to search for it through form of party, and its cast cost is paying 2 gauge. You only cast this card if your opponent has 3 or less life, and you have an adventure monster on your field, and you have a weapon equipped. Deal 3 damage to your opponent. This card cannot be nullified, and damage cannot be reduced. So even if they have a monster in your center, you have a monster in your center. As long as you have an adventurer and an adventurer weapon equipped, I don't even think it has to be adventurer, you can deal 3 damage to your opponent if they're at 3 or less life, stealing the game because there's almost nothing they can do about it besides burn Nova. That's the deck profile for my Dungeon World mix. Like, comment, subscribe to Juan Mango and also ZachZag. But as always, guys, thanks for watching.
And like I always say, guys, I'm not the best buddy fighter in the world, but I'm alright though. Thanks for watching.